what are you hoping that people take away from the film? Because a lot of people will have read the book as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
what are you hoping that they see?
I'm hoping they just enjoy looking at Beanie. Like, she's in every single scene and she's so joyous, and just to see a girl who looks like that acting in the way that she does, like kind of when she has her makeover and she's got the red hair and the top hat and she's strutting down the street, I'm just like, you know, it's nice to have a girl that you can pretend to be when you're feeling a bit insecure, and I now pretend that I'm Beanie doing that. So yeah, new dreams for girls to have about who they could be in the future, and also just to laugh. I mean, to be honest, I would be happy if it was not in any way seen as like a dramatic success or a cultural success, so long as people have just laughed when they're watching it, because you just cannot laugh too much in this world. The great thing about it being semi-autobiographical is that the character that is based on me is being played by Beanie Feldstein, who will like clearly go on to win Oscars and be the ruler of the universe. So like, it's like I get to relive my life with someone much cooler doing all this stuff, which somehow makes it look like I did it on purpose, which it didn't really feel like at the time. So no, it's a brilliant vindication. And so much of art is you either do it because you fancy someone you want to show off to them, or because you want revenge on someone who chased you across some wastelands while shouting, "You fat Gruffalo." I very much come from the second camp, so finally having the movie on screen with someone so beautiful and brilliant playing me just means that finally the demons of all those boys that call me a fat Gruffalo have been crushed.
Of course, with the film, it's got to be film-friendly audience,
yes.
Whereas a book's slightly different.
Well, it was working out what the key thing was that we wanted to say, like what is the key story in this, because there's so many bits in the book. And I realised that when I was 16, I became a journalist, and I was probably the only girl in the country at that time that had a national platform to write about what I thought and how I saw the world. And the culture at the newspaper that I was at was that you were horrible to bands. You just became a bitch and you destroyed bands, and that was how you became top dog. So I did that for a while, and then I realised that that was horrible. I was upsetting people who just wanted to make music. Like, why are you having a go at people who want to make songs? And that's the story that Johanna goes on in the movie, going from like being a bitch and becoming famous because of it to going, no, we shouldn't be like this, we should be joyful. And of course now every 16-year-old in the world can have a national platform because we're all on social media, and that tends to be our story. We go on social media, we start off all cheerful and friendly, write about things we like, someone has a go at you, someone trolls you, and slowly you become more cynical, and suddenly then you're the snarky one having a go at stuff. And the thing about becoming cynical, particularly when you're young, putting on that armour of cynicism and slagging everything off, is at the beginning you do it to protect yourself because you want to look older and kind of like more au fait with the world. But gradually it becomes constricting, it traps you. You can't grow when you're in armour. You know, you can't dance when you're in armour. And so everybody goes through the same journey. In the end you go, no, I need to be positive. It needs to be about joy. I'm not going to waste my time being horrible. I'm going to find the good things and point at them instead. I'm constantly astonished that there hasn't been a rival to Twitter invented, where no one can be anonymous, everybody has to be registered. All you'd have to do is have like the 10 most famous Kardashians out of the 1,000 Kardashians going, we've invented this new platform, no one's anonymous, the motto is be kind, we're all going there now, we've all posted a picture of our bums, bang. 10 billion people would immediately go to that new platform and Twitter would be out of business. So if I ever meet the Kardashians, after we've all done pictures of our bums together, that will be what I'm proposing for 10% of the profits.
Do you think it is a good time to be a woman in film?
Yeah, well, I mean, just globally, I mean, 500 years ago, we were being burnt as witches. 120 years ago, we couldn't vote, we couldn't own property, you know, with the amount of jobs that we could have were limited. So every day is better than the previous one. This is why I think, again, when you look at female art, it tends not to be nostalgic. It's always about the present or the future, because, again, if you're from any minority, you don't want to dwell on the past, because that's when you were being burnt, or that's when you were a slave, or that's when you were being oppressed. So it's all got to be about now or the future. And that means for a wider audience, that's more exciting, because I think we've just had enough of history and enough of nostalgia. Show me new women. And culture leads, you know, very political. We need to vote, we need laws that will protect us, and that we, you know, we can go to arbitration and tribunals and stuff. But culture has an equal power because it changes things so quickly. And in art, you can invent future kinds of women that then you watch as a teenage girl going, oh, well, that's what women must be like. And it's not. It's girls like me who were scared teenagers, who weren't that sassy and didn't have the big comeback. I've got to 44, I can now write a teenage girl who is sassy and does have a comeback, and then my teenage girls are watching that and going, oh, that's what teenage girls are like, so that's what I'm going to be. And that's why that feminist saying, I cannot be what I cannot see, is the most important thing, and that's for me the driving thing in art. Create the things that we want to be. Let's invent futures. Let's invent new kinds of girls, because you make the dream a reality.